Hello and welcome to the Market Bull for part 3 of our in-depth discussion with the CEO of FivepHusion, a biotech company planning to optimise cancer treatment. In this episode, we break down the company's risk differentiation. Christian Toouli, the company's CEO, joins me now. And Christian, how is FivepHusion differentiated from traditional drug development opportunities, for instance, in regards to your regulatory path and priority indications?
With our pipeline, we're looking to optimize standard of care drugs. In that regard, we can leverage existing clinical practice and data around our drug in our regulatory submissions. In the United States, we can leverage the so-called 505(b)(2) pathway. And the US FDA has already said that we can utilize that in the context of our lead adult indication, and that we can actually develop our drug, which is very unusual, in the first-line newly diagnosed setting. And so in that regard, we're developing our drug for metastatic colorectal cancer. In children, we are looking to develop difluxifor for pediatric ependymoma. Now, this is an orphan disease. There are no approved drugs for it. And in that context, again, there's a regulatory path that is accelerated and that recognizes the fact that we may actually develop difluxifor as the first approved therapy in this indication. And so in both priority indications, we have a very exciting and differentiated regulatory path from many typical oncology drug development companies.
So how about developmental risk?
Well, I guess building upon my previous answer, as we are optimizing well understood drugs, we already know that they work, we already know that they're safe and tolerable, and in optimizing their co-formulation, we are achieving better synergy and addressing some of the well understood problems of them in a way that leads to better outcomes. And so the developmental risk is significantly reduced, again, in comparison to typical drug development companies.
And what about FivepHusion's prospects for global commercialisation?
We're developing a global drug. We are looking to optimize drugs that are utilized around the world that oncologists went to medical school learning about. They learned about both their uses and their problems. And that's what FivepHusion was founded on solving these problems to really lead to next generation versions of proven therapeutics. In that regard, we think there's a real global commercial opportunity.
And what about the likely clinical uptake?
Having spent a career working in the treatment of patients with these drugs, when we talk to KOLs and leading oncologists around the world, they recognize the solution that difluxifor provides, and thus most of them say that they would use our drug if it was registered in their market. And so we think that there's a real opportunity to really replace standard of care and have very significant clinician uptake.
And Christian, you've announced corporate partnerships over the past couple of years. Just tell us who your partners are and how they contribute to your business goals.
With the philosophy of trying to further de-risk development, we've looked to partner with globally recognized organizations that can assist in accelerating and de-risking development through to registration and commercialization. We're working with Pfizer Center One, the manufacturing division of Pfizer. They already manufacture FivepHusion and leucovorin, and we're working with them on the scale-up manufacture of difluxifor, leveraging their deep experience in working with these two key drugs and looking to leverage that experience and capability in large-scale manufacture for global markets. From a clinical perspective, we're working with Syneos Health, one of the largest clinical research organizations in the world, again, to both leverage that deep experience in running clinical trials, both locally and globally in all the major pharmaceutical markets that we're looking to develop our drug. Importantly, Syneos also has a commercialization capability, and we are very interested to work with them to actually look at launching the drug and getting it out there to clinicians once registered in different markets around the world. Finally, we've looked to build capability and expertise by entering into collaboration deals with other types of organizations that can add value to difluxifor and to our company. We executed a deal a couple of years ago with Alarity Therapeutics, a NASDAQ listed biotech company around precision oncology. And we're also working with a number of leading academic organisations in Australia that are working with us on research and development and other aspects, including the University of Wollongong, where Deflexifol, our lead asset, was originally invented, with the University of South Australia, and with Monash University. And we're seeking to broaden those collaborations out to include other expertise, resources and capabilities with both academic groups and global and regional corporate partners as we further develop the asset.
Christian, certainly big things on the horizon for FivepHusion. We look forward to catching up with you on the next episode.
Thanks very much, Rebecca.